Hello everyone, in today's video we're going to be looking at this really amazing radio. Now this is considered to be emergency weather radio with solar and crank power. So this would be a perfect device for the outdoor activities. Now the company ended up sending me one of these for review and testing. Been using it for the last couple weeks and I gotta say this is definitely one of my favorite items I ever ended up getting. Let's start with the design first. You can end up getting this in two different colors. Green, which I have here, and also yellow. Now on the front you do have a pretty large speaker. I'm gonna talk a little bit more about that later. Then here we do have two knobs. One is for the volume and also the power, as you guys can see here. Now this other knob is the weather bands. It already has 7 presets. And then here we have a little switch. This is for the battery power. So if you want to use it with the built-in battery, you're gonna flip the switch up. And then if you want to use it with the 2 AAA batteries, you're gonna flip the switch down. Now here we have the SOS button. So what this does, it produces an extremely loud siren and also the red light as well. The first time I ended up pressing the SOS button, it scared me. It was that loud. So this would be perfect for the emergency situation. Then we have a couple more switches. We have the FM station, AM station, and the weather band. And next to that, we do have the flashlight button. Pretty large, and it does a really good job, especially in a dark area. It does have 2 different settings, so this will be the high and then this will be the low setting. And you turn those on and off just by pressing the button. And then here we do have the numbers for the station and also the tuning knob. Now, since we're on this side, let's go over the inputs and the outputs. So it is weather resistant as well, so it will withstand some rain. All right, here we have the headphone jack, USB-C, and the USB Type-A. So this is what you use to charge other devices like cell phones and tablets. And then here we have the input. This is what you're gonna be using to end up charging this. Now this device does have a built-in battery, which is pretty large, 12,000 milliamp, which means you can end up charging your iPhone around 3 times from empty to full, which is extremely impressive. Now when it comes to that built-in battery, you can end up charging it 3 different ways. On the back, you do have the solar panel, which is very large, and you can end up adjusting it a few different ways. And then the second way to end up using this radio, not to charge the battery, but to end up using the radio, is 3 AAA batteries. Now the second way you can end up charging the battery is the main one with the USB-C. That's what most people gonna do, and that's the one I do recommend. Now the third way is kind of unique. It does have the crank power. So all you have to do is just push this up, and then you do have this handle. Now, this definitely would give you a good amount of exercise, but this would be used in emergencies only. Nobody's going to end up using this to charge the battery. Now, for 1 minute of cranking this, you would get 10 minutes of power. So, not a bad ratio, but again, this would be in a situation where you don't have anything to charge it. You're in the middle of the night. Solar doesn't work, obviously, since it is night. So if you want to end up having the flashlight or the lamp, you would have to crank this. Now, speaking of the lamp, this would be a reading lamp. You can end up doing this in 2 different positions like this, or putting it up and then just pressing the button. It does have 2 brightness settings, so this will be the highest one, and then you have the lower brightest setting, and then you can press it again to turn it off. Now, I did end up using this during the night, and I gotta say the flashlight and the lamp are extremely impressive. Now, on top, you do have a really nice quality handle, so it is easy to carry. And then, of course, we do have the antenna. Now, let's end up switching to the weather bands, and let's see if we can find a weather station here.
Lows in the lower to mid 80s. Thursday, sunny. Southeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, increasing to south 15 to 20 miles per hour in the afternoon. Waves 1 to 3 feet. Highs 102 to 107. Thursday night, clear. South winds 5 to 15.
I want to be able to not just hear it, I wanted to be able to play it back, you know? And so then it's like, let's make it, let's record it, let's be able to have this thing that feels that way and is not forced. It just is.
When it comes to the FM station, it can pretty much get all the stations that I do end up listening, especially in my car and stuff like that. So it does have all the popular radio station on it. The sound itself is extremely impressive. Now, unfortunately, I can't play any music due to copyright, but most of the times I end up listening this with the volume all the way down. It gets extremely loud, so even if you're having some kind of party, let's say you're on a hiking spot, this will end up entertaining the whole crowds. It is that loud. So if you're looking for good quality emergency weather radio that has all the features you need, this is the one that I would definitely recommend. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.